So the way I make the bottoms is I take a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of plywood and I basically measure the full width of the box, front or side to side, which comes out to about 8 inches and 13/16 inches. So I go basically just under 8 7/8, and then I rip these down. So right now these are 8 and almost 7/8, 18 13/16 by 2 feet. Now I'm just going to take off a little bit off of these. I cut, I'm doing 3 of them, so I cut all 3 first, and then I'm going to probably cut these down to 21 inches, take a few inches off. I mean, it's not too terribly bad, that fits, but I hope you can see that there. You've got this huge landing area. I mean, it's not bad for the bees. They probably like it, probably is useful, but I personally don't like it, so I'm going to cut it down just a couple of inches to the full 21 inches. These are obviously are 19 7/8 inches, so so basically I'll have like 1 1/8 hanging off over here. So I think that's about good. That's the way I like it. Alright, now I've got all 3 of those cut down, and as you can see, I mean, that's just a little bit, it's 1 1/8 left over. Now what I'm going to do is flip this over upside down, and then just drill some pilot holes and then drill screws into here. Alright, so now I've got the bottom board screwed into the box. I used 9 screws, drill pilot hole, and then obviously put in the screw. Something to just note, I use number 8 wood screws. Home Depot and Lowe's both have them fairly cheap. These ones in particular are 1.5 inches. I also use 2-inch screws on some projects, even my bee working projects. I do recommend at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches. The reason being is the deeper you get those screws into the wood, the more sturdy it is, stronger it is. I mean, this is pretty strong construction. It's not going to go anywhere. So now I need to attach the other 2 bottom boards to the other 2 nukes. And then after I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and construct the cover. Alright. Okay, so with the tops, I'm going to be cutting a piece of plywood that will obviously cover over the entire top. Also telescope a little bit, and on the sides, the telescoping piece, I'm going to put some 3/4 inch pieces. From the cut that we made on the bottom, when we took and turned it into, took it from 24 inches down to 21 inches, we have these pieces left over, and they just happen to be perfect for going across the front for the telescoping cover. And so I'm actually going to be cutting these down to 1.25 inches, and also we know the length of the top already just by applying 2 of these to the front and back, and then measuring that. And that measurement is 21 inches and 21 3/8 inches. And so we went ahead and took a piece of 1x8 and cut that 21 3/8 inches. And we're also going to rip this down to, now we're doing 3 nukes right now, so I need 6 of those 1.25 inch pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and make those cuts. Alright, For the tops, we have a sheet of plywood that is 10.5 inches by 21 3/8 inches. And then we've got 2 small pieces. These are 8 7/8, sorry for cars, 8 7/8 inches by 1.25 inches. And we've got 2 of these long pieces. These are 21 3/8 inches by 1.25 inches. The way we're going to assemble this is we're going to be screwing against screws. I like screws, they work great and they hold great. So we're going to put long pieces along there, and then these guys go in here, and then just basically screw them all together, and those are the tops. I'll screw these together and I'll show you. Alright, so this is the lid. Something I did notice when I was actually putting together, I don't know if you can tell, but there's gaps on either side. So if you're taking notes, which I hope you're taking notes, change the width, the length of these. These need to be a full, I think about 9 inches long. I think it's about an eighth of an inch, maybe a quarter, but you know, I said 8 7/8, but go ahead and make yours 9 inches long. I think that'll help with that gap a little bit. Might even need to go a little bit more, play with it a little bit. And those are scrap pieces, at least for me, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm obviously going to add a few more screws on here just to seal it up a little bit tighter, but that's basically the lid, and as you can see, it goes in the cover, or it goes on the box quite well. There's a little bit of wiggle room in there. That's okay. I did make one before that was really tight to the box. However, that tends to be a little bit more difficult when you're working the bees and you're sitting here banging on it trying to get it down, and it's not very conducive for the bees. So, you know, that's basically what I recommend. That is my nuke box. I hope you've enjoyed this, and good luck.